Constantly.
No. What is an N knock? Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't no? Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
That's basically, I mean, all right. I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm under a lot of stress already, you know? So I'm just trying to get out of this and get it as easy as
Just what?
You caught me off guard with the question that you asked me. I feel like you're kind of in a setup. I felt kind of set up with that question.
This Karen in court was actually forced to say the N-word by the judge after yelling it at her neighbor. Yeah, this one gets very uncomfortable fast. This woman does have a rough backstory, sure. She lost her son and fiance 2 years ago, but that doesn't mean you get to scream slurs and walk away like nothing happened. Like, the whole room shifts once she says it too. Like, everybody realizes just how far gone this situation is. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and dive in here. But before we do, let me know what you guys think about her using that word and if the judge handled it the right way. Let's watch this Karen get absolutely cornered by the judge for using the N-word.
001146 State versus Cynthia Diano. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Rick Bainey for the state of Texas. Jeffrey Martinez for defender.
And are you Cynthia Diano?
Yes.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Diano.
I got it right. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is anywhere from up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Oh, you didn't understand that part? Well, so let me explain to you. And then if you don't understand, let me know. I'll help you and your attorney discuss it. So you're entering into a plea bargain agreement with the state. You understand that part? Whatever agreement that you have worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that agreement. So let's hypothetically say they want you to have probation. If I were to tell you, I'm not going to give you probation, I'm sending you to jail, then you can withdraw your plea.
Okay.
Because I have not followed your plea bargain agreement. Now, the conditions for the plea bargain agreement, that's something the court gets to decide. You understand? So if for some reason I don't follow your plea bargain agreement and I try to give you more than what you've bargained for, then you get to withdraw your plea. And it can't be used against you if you decide to go to jury trial. You understand? And by that same token, if I don't follow your plea, then what can end up happening if you withdraw your plea, then the state can say, okay, we're going to have to go to jury trial. We're going to go to jury trial. And maybe they won't be going to jury trial on a Class A misdemeanor. They'll be going to trial on the injury to the elderly. Not maybe, that's what they'd have to do. You understand? All right, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yeah.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into this plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
All right. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason you were to violate your conditions of probation, I could revoke you and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Diano, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, and then what will end up happening is the state will present evidence, and then I'll make a decision on whether or not that evidence is sufficient to find you guilty. If I find that the evidence is not sufficient to find you guilty, then I'm going to find you not guilty and say that the state didn't prove its case. However, if there's something else going on between you and this other person, that is not before this court today. That's something else. So, all right, explain to me, what's an N knocked? That's in the, yeah, you. That's in the police report. The officer said suspect 1 stated that victim 1 had knocked on her door.
And
I
they knocked on their door trying
No,
to.
no, I'm asking.
She constantly.
No. What is an knock?
Going and knocking on a door and running. That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't no? Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
No, that's just the way they say it.
No, that's the way you say it because that's what you said.
That's what they. That's basically. I mean, all right. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why.
It's
Why would
not
you
like
call
a
it
race.
that?
It wasn't to be racist. The kids just kept knocking and knocking on my door.
Not a good look at all, Karen. We muted the audio because the judge made her say the N-word in court, and she just blurted it out like it was nothing, which tells you a lot about her character. No pushback, no discomfort, just straight confidence like she's said it before, probably more than once. I mean, sure, judges sometimes ask for exact quotes for the transcript, but this wasn't about legal clarity. It just felt like more of her giving a mic to show her true colors. And honestly, the whole room just gets weird after this. Like, everybody realized they were watching something way uglier than just a court case. And I don't really know if she's racist or whatnot. I mean, I would assume so if she's using the word that freaking loosely, but like, I just want to hear from you guys and what you think about the word being used in situations like that. But yeah, guys, let's dive back in because from here on out, she stops holding anything back.
constantly doing that to me. They live upstairs. I did not touch this kid, and I really don't even want to sit here and plead to say that I did.
Oh, you can go. We can have a jury trial.
I don't want to do that because he says that's not the best thing to do.
No.
I just lost. Look, I lost a child. My son was 19 years old, was murdered just 2 years ago. I'm under a lot of stress already, you know. So I'm just trying to get out of this and get it as easy as
Just what?
I'm just stressed out enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do you want a jury trial?
No, I don't. I just want to get this over with. Do the probation, and whatever I have to do.
All right. So what was the race
So
of?
then you asked me that question. If you knew the answer to the question,
What is the race of the complainant?
Hispanic.
Hispanic?
Everyone's Hispanic in the instance.
Mm-hmm. And what do you? If I knew the answer, I don't know why you would say that. That's why I'm trying to figure out why you're saying it. Because in the police report, they say you were intoxicated. So I'm trying to figure out.
Intoxicated.
That's what it says in the police report. It says suspect stated V had knocked on her door and she came outside to see who knocked. And victim's family came down the stairs yelling at her, accused her of hitting the victim. Suspect kept saying she did not want to tell her side of the story and tried to walk away to go inside. I detained suspect to investigate further. And it says in here that there was signs of drinking.